Championship final for 1996 between Ballinrobe, the South Mayo champions, and Swinford, the East Mayo representatives. Just to give you a rundown through the teams while the both respective sides are going through their warm-ups. Beginning with Ballinrobe, in goal for Ballinrobe is Paul Tiernan. The full back line, Rory Kane, Pádraig Costello and Joseph Jennings. The half back line, Paul Finnerty, David Colleran the captain, and Chris Farrher. At midfield, Sean Grimes and Micheál Kane. The half forward line, Harry Murphy, Kevin Murphy and Mark Walkin. And the full forward line, Alan Murphy, Keith McTighe and Kevin Galvin. The substitutes for Ballinrobe, Shane Watson, Kieran Hall, Mike Feeney, Colm Killeen and Ronan Mackin. The Swinford side, in goal for them, Ray Rooney, he's also the captain and a member of this year's Mayo under-16 side. The full back line, Gabriel Howley, Paul Broderick and Seamus Fogarty. The half back line, Edward Moore, Tomas McHugh and Kevin Doyle. At midfield, Dermot Walsh and Cormac Feely. Half forward line, Fenton Kenny, Peter Durkin and Pádraig Quinn. And the full forward line, Paul McDonough, Damien Gavin and Owen Gallagher, both Cormac Feely. Both midfielder Cormac Feely and full forward Damien Gavin, also members of this year's Mayo under-16 panel. The substitutes for Swinford, John Rowley, David Brennan, Brendan Forkin, Kieran Campbell, Michael Gallagher, Peter Howley and Anthony Walsh. And the man in the middle, the referee Liam Higgins of Ballina. The respective sides' route to this evening's final. In East Mayo final, Swinford beat Charlestown, and while in the semi-final they provided something of a shock by beating Ballina Stephenites, a very highly rated Ballina Stephenites side, which contained Ger Brady, this year's Mayo minor cornerback and centre half back on the Mayo under-16 team. But they beat them in the semi-final, getting 2 late goals. While on Ballinrobe side in the South Mayo final, they beat Claremorris, who won the county under-14 title 2 years ago with that team. And in the semi-final they needed a replay to overcome Brafey, the West Mayo champions, beating them in that replay at Mayo Abbey by 1 goal and 10 points to Brafey's 2 goals and 4. Swinford, as you can see there at the moment, going through their warm-up routine under the watchful eye of Peter Geraghty. And I'm sure we'll be all anxious to get the game on, get started for this, which is a huge evening in their football careers. Just being called in for the pre-match photograph, by now commonplace at all football matches throughout the county and indeed the country. And Tricia Ford just getting all the panel members and the management into position for this, which is all part and parcel of any county final. David Colleran, the Ballinrobe captain, and Ray Rooney, the Swinford captain, will have by now decided the toss with referee Liam Higgins, and both sides getting ready to take up positions in front of what, it must be said, a very large crowd. But then again, you wouldn't expect anything less for a county final. So Micheál Kane and Sean Grimes for Ballinrobe. Micheál Kane wearing number 9. He'll be marking, it looks as if he'll be marking Dermot Walsh, while Cormac Feely and Sean Grimes are paired against each other in the centre of the field as well. So Liam Higgins just checking that everything is in order, as the 1996 County Under-16 8 Championship final at Claremorris between Ballinrobe and Swinford gets ready to start. Midfielders looking anxious, by now dying to get started. And the referee Liam Higgins of Ballina starts this year's County Under-16 8 Championship final straight away. Cormac Feely and Sean Grimes in a tussle for possession. Referee judges 6 of one, half dozen the other, decides to throw in the ball, and Cormac Feely, the pony-tailed midfielder for Swinford, straight away puts them on the attack. A long ball looking for Owen Gallagher. Rory Kane there too. Gallagher judged to have pulled back the cornerback Rory Kane. It'll be a free to Ballinrobe, just about 40 yards out from their own goal, and the captain and centre half back David Colleran to take. Colleran, a long ball down towards his left half forward is Mark Walkin. Kevin Murphy gets there first, however, the centre half forward. A long ball from Murphy in towards Keith McTighe and Kevin Galvin. Galvin gets there, looked to have been dragged, he was fouled, says Liam Higgins. Free out to Paul Finnerty, the wing back. Still Finnerty, about 21 yards out, making ground. Pádraig Quinn chasing back, still Finnerty, tries to cut inside, looked to be tackled high, flicks the ball back to Kevin Galvin once more. Galvin back to Finnerty, still Paul Finnerty, trying to barge his way through, back to Galvin. Galvin has the attempt at the shot, half blocked down, squirts across the Swinford backline, and the right half back, Edward Moore, has his kick blocked down by Alan Murphy, blocked down as well by Mark Walkin. That's good pressure play from Ballinrobe, but he eventually gets the clearance in, but only as far as awaiting David Colleran. Colleran, the hand pass to Kevin Galvin. Galvin tackled by 2 Swinford men, looked to have been fouled. Indeed he has been fouled, says the referee Liam Higgins, and it'll be a free into Ballinrobe. Just 1 minute and 10 seconds gone, and Kevin Murphy, their centre half forward, who scored 2 goals and 5 points in the South Mayo final against Claremorris, has this free about 25 metres out from the Swinford posts, more or less dead straight in front of the goal. An opportunity for him to register the first score of the evening, and certainly A relatively straightforward kick for the number 11. Doesn't catch it well at all, however, and it drops short and it's taken out by the full-back Paul Broderick. Broderick trying to burst his way by Alan Murphy. Still Broderick drop kicks the ball out towards his left half forward, who's Pádraig Quinn. Quinn gets there ahead of Paul Finnerty, twisting inside and then out again. The long kick up the wing, looking for Owen Gallagher once more. A very highly rated player by Swinford. Rory Kane and Joseph Jennings there too. Jennings makes it his, trying to get around Gallagher. Looked to have been pulled. He is, says referee Liam Higgins, and it'll be a free to Ballinrobe just outside their own 50-yard line, and Joseph Jennings the corner back to take. A long way from his corner back position at the moment. A poor kick from him, however, and it's only dropped into the arms of the waiting Tom McHugh. McHugh the half pass to Pádraig Quinn. Quinn the left footed kick looking for Damien Gavin. Gavin gets there first, a very skillful player. Inside towards Peter Durkin, but it's Owen Gallagher who gets there first. Gallagher being pushed out by Rory Kane all the time. Good defending by Kane. And Chris Farrer, the wing back, comes away with it. A poor hand pass from him, putting Michael Kane under pressure, but he does well to get it. Kane, the midfielder, again he elects to go drop kick. A poor ball, however, and it's taken out by the full back Paul Broderick. Broderick, the hand pass to his centre half back Tom McHugh. McHugh, the right footed kick up towards Fenton Kenny. Chris Farrer there too. Farrer gets a hand to it, but succeeds in only knocking it as far as the waiting Peter Durkin. Durkin trying to jink by David Colleran. A left footed kick in again looking for Owen Gallagher, but Joseph Jennings is there first. Cormac Feely gets a fist to it, but Pádraig Costello is vigilant, gets there and gets the ball away first time, looking for Mark Walken. However, on this occasion it's going to beat Mark Walken out over the line, and it'll be a line ball to Swinford to be taken by their right half back, who's Edward Moore. No, he instead elects to leave it to Fenton Kenny, so Kenny takes it short, looking for Owen Gallagher. Comes instead to Paul McDonough. McDonough kicks it across the face of the goal into the arms of Damien Gavin. Gavin tries to sell Pádraig Costello the dummy, but he doesn't buy it on this occasion. Again trying to jink by him. The hand pass inside to the midfielder, who's Dermot Walsh. Still Walsh going forward, trying to cut in on goal. 14 yards out, chance of a score here for Swinford. Still Walsh, 4 Ballinrobe men converge, and Paul Tiernan comes away from it. A poor hand pass from Tiernan, however, out to no one in particular, and Damien Gavin is the first player to react. Gavin, the Swinford full forward, tries to do a touch of soccer on it, but doesn't work. So too does Pádraig Costello, but he gets caught out as well. Cormac Feely with the kick for a score, but no, out to the right and wide. The first wide of the evening coming to Swinford. We've played almost 4 minutes of the game, and Swinford have kicked the first wide. It remains Ballinrobe no score, Swinford no score, and Paul Tiernan, the Ballinrobe custodian, to take this kick out from the edge of the small square. Tiernan scoops it up in the air. It's going to drop towards David Colleran and Sean Grimes. The break, however, instead comes to Joseph Jennings, but the ball knocked out of his hands and into the arms of Dermot Walsh. Walsh, the hand pass outside to Paul McDonough, the corner forward. McDonough being tackled by Chris Farrer now. Still Paul McDonough, fouled by Chris Farrer. The free taken quickly in towards Damien Gavin. It's Owen Gallagher. Gallagher to run goal here. Chance of a score. No. Pulled back by Rory Kane, the corner back. Doesn't look to be too happy with that decision. But referee Liam Higgins makes up his mind, and a free to Swinford, 14 yards out, dead straight in front of the goal. And this should be, by all accounts, the first score of the evening. And it'll be Damien Gavin, who played at corner forward for much of the Mayo under-16 team's Ted Webb Cup campaign this year, playing at full forward for Swinford this evening. It'll be he who'll have a go at this one, as the rather imposing figure of David Colleran stands between him and goal. 3 Ballinrobe men on the line, but Gavin will surely tap this one over the bar. Tap it over the bar, he does. So after almost 5 minutes play, 4 minutes 45 seconds, Damien Gavin kicks the first score of the day to make it Swinford 1 point, Ballinrobe yet to score. And this kick out from Paul Tiernan will be taken from the 21-yard line as Rory Kane and Owen Gallagher get to know each other a little better, about 40 yards out.